Okay, so welcome to video 2 of your review for your quiz this Friday. So let's pick off where we left. Let's pick up from where we left off with question number 4. Question number 4 is a graphing a linear equation. Graph this standard form equation: 3x minus y equals 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to do it both ways. I don't know if you remember doing both ways in class, but I'm going to show you both ways. So remember, way number 1. So the first way is by finding the intercepts. Okay, so remember, every line, or I'll say most lines, have an x and y intercept. So to find the x intercept, you need to let y be 0 and find the x. So we take 3 times x minus, and we plug 0 in for y, equals 3. And this minus 0 is going to go away because it doesn't affect the problem, minus 0. We get 3x equals 3. Divide by 3, and x is 1. So there is our x-intercept, 1, 0. We do a similar thing for the y-intercept, except we let x be 0. 3 times 0 minus y equals 3, sorry. And then notice the 3 times 0 goes away. Notice negative y comes down. Negative y. So let's divide by negative 1. You could also multiply by negative 1. It's all the same. Y is negative 3. There you go. And there's your y-intercept. So now you can graph, okay? I've never graphed on here before, so please bear with me. I'll use yellow as the graph paper. Straight lines are very difficult, sorry. Okay. And I need to make sure I can go 1 in my x. I'll just go 3 in all directions. Okay, and I'll graph 1, 0. I'll graph 0, negative 3. And here is my straight line as best as I can. Okay, label your points: 0, negative 3, and 1, 0. And there is the first way, by the intercepts. Now let's take the same problem and graph it the second way. So 3x minus y equals 3 is our problem. So let me retype that. 3x minus y equals 3. And we're going to do it way number 2. And this is by putting it in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. It is not in that form right now, so we must get it in that form. Okay, so let me start with that equation. First thing is, get the x away from y. So let's subtract 3x from both sides. The 3x's will cancel. Negative y comes down, equals, and to put it in mx plus b form, negative 3x plus 3. And then let's get y by itself. It's right now a negative y. We want positive y. So divide by negative 1. And we have to do it to two things on this side, the negative 3x and the positive 3. So we get y equals negative 3 divided by negative 1 is positive 3x. Positive 3 divided by negative 1 is negative 3. There's our equation. We should be able to identify the y-intercept is 0, negative 3. This is the b, remember? B is the y-intercept. And then our slope is 3 over 1. Got to make it a fraction. All right? So let's see what happens when I graph this one. I'll use yellow again. Again, let's go 3 in every direction. And now I'll place my y-intercept on there first. The y-intercept is 0, negative 3. So 0 means left to right, none. Down, 3. And then to count the slope, I go up 3 and to the right, 1. Label your point. This is 0, negative 3. And we must find this point. How lucky, it's on the x-axis. So we just go 1 to the right. And we do not go up or down any. And it's actually the same point we had in our previous way. And here is the same exact graph as before, just done in a different way. Okay? Alright, and let me move on to number 5 now, problem number 5. Again, I'll probably have to do a third video, so this will be the last problem on this video. This one says find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line passing through, and our 2 points are -1, -2, and 1, 1. So in this problem, you're given 2 points. Remember that we use this formula called the point-slope form to find the equation of the line. However, to use that, we need a point and the slope. We do not have the slope, so let's find the slope first. Slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It does not matter what you label your points as. I'm actually going to do it like this, x2, y2, x1, y1, sorry. Undo. Okay, and I'll plug them in because I want to use this point later, and I'll show you why later. So y2 is -2 minus y1, which is 1. x2 is -1 minus 1, minus x1. So you get -3 over -2, and all you need to do is cancel out the negatives, 3 over 2. So now I'm going to use this point, because it's the easier point, and this slope, and put it into point-slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so again, this is my x1, y1. Notice I use 1, 1 instead of -1, -2. That's why I labeled 1, 1, x1, y1 to use it later. It's the easier point. Okay, no negatives. So we have y minus 1 equals equals 3/2 x minus 1. First thing, you need to put this in slope-intercept form now, so we're going to distribute the 3/2. Y minus 1 equals 3/2 x minus 3/2. And now you're going to add 1 to both sides. Now this is a little complicated, alright? Because you're not just adding 1. You have to add it to a fraction. So we need to have a common denominator. 1 can be written over 1. And to make these two numbers have a common denominator, we need to multiply the bottom by 2. That means multiply the top by 2. So 1 actually becomes 2 over 2. So we are taking -3/2 and adding 2/2, or -3 over 2 adding 2 over 2. So we get y equals, this side cancels, the 1 cancels, 3/2 x, and then here, -3/2 plus this 2 over 2, okay? It's a plus. -3/2 plus 2/2 is -1/2. And there's the equation of this line. All right. So again, please tune in to the third video for your quiz review. Thank you.